students, last period we see the diffraction of light. Diffraction of light is the bending of light near the edges of an obstacle or the corners of a slit and enters into the geometrical shadow. Light enters into the geometrical shadow. This phenomenon is called diffraction of light. Later on we see Fresnel's diffraction and Fraunhofer's diffraction. That is types of diffraction. Fresnel's the diffraction in which source of light, that is slit, and the screen are at finite distance, then it is called as Fresnel's diffraction. But when the slit and screen are at infinite distance in a diffracting system, then the diffraction is called as Fraunhofer's diffraction. Now we have to see in detail Fraunhofer's diffraction due to a single slit. The ray diagram of the experimental arrangement for diffraction, Fraunhofer's diffraction, is as shown in figure. It consists of the narrow slit AB of width A. This slit is illuminated by a parallel beam of light, a wavefront incident on this slit. As soon as the wavefront reaches to the slit AB, each point on this wavefront, each element on this wavefront acts as a secondary source of light, sending out the parallel wavefront, the parallel rays in all possible direction, producing a diffraction pattern. The lens, the cylindrical lens, is placed near to the slit, which converges the emergent light on the screen, which is placed at a focus, that is at a focal distance of the lens. Let F be the focal length, which is nearly equal to the distance capital D between slit and screen. This is the experimental arrangement for Fraunhofer's diffraction due to a single slit. Now consider the parallel rays. Here the axis of the lens is parallel to the slit, and as we have to divide this screen into large number of small elements, and each element of the screen acts as a secondary source of light, sending out secondary wavefronts in all possible directions, producing a diffraction pattern on the screen. Now we have to find the position of maximas and minimas. The light rays from the slit reaching to the point P0, all the light rays which are symmetric and reaching to the point P0 focus directly at P0 on the screen, and all the rays which are parallel to OP0, these rays which are parallel to OP0 and reaching to the P0 covers equal path length. That is, there is no path difference between all the waves arriving at point P0, and hence the waves, the wavefronts, the wavelets reaches to the points P0 are in the same phase. There is no path change, there is no path difference between the waves arriving at the point P0, means all the waves reaching to the point P0 are in the same phase. Hence they arrive constructively and produces bright fringe at P0 known as central maxima. Means all the rays which are parallel to OP0 and reaching to the P0 covers equal distance, equal path length before reaching to P0. Hence there is no path difference. Hence there is no path change. That means all the waves reaching to the point P0 interfere constructively, and a bright fringe will be produced at the P0 known as central maxima. Means P0 is the position of the central maxima. Now consider any point P which is at a point where all the rays from the slit AB incline at an angle theta. पी हा स्क्रीनवरचा पी हा पॉइंट अशा ठिकाणी आहे की त्या ठिकाणी ए बी पासून येणाऱ्या सर्व ज्या काही सेकंडरी वेव्हलेट्स आहेत ह्या थीटा एवढ्या अँगलनी इन्क्लाइन झालेल्या आहेत. all the light rays which are from AC covers equal distance at P. That means point A and C are in the same phase, but the light waves from two extreme points A and B, light waves reaching to the point P from the extreme point P, A and B, having a path difference of BC, and this path difference BC is equal to A sin theta. Path difference is equal to BC is equal to A sin theta. Hala equation number 1 means the light waves reaching to the point P and inclined at an angle theta having a path difference of A sin theta from these two extreme points A and B. Now consider the central point K of AC. That is AC is the perpendicular on AM. AM वर टाकलेला तो परपेंडिक्युलर आहे म्हणून इथून निघणाऱ्या ज्या काही फॉरवर्ड वेव्हज आहेत त्या इक्वल डिस्टन्स कव्हर करतील, परंतु या दोन एक्स्ट्रीम पॉइंट पासून येणाऱ्या ज्या काही लाईट रेज आहेत त्या ठिकाणी BC एवढा पाथ डिफरन्स येतो आणि मग या ठिकाणी BC this path difference BC is equal to A sin theta. Suppose that this path difference is equal to lambda, that is wavelength of the light waves. Now consider the point K which is at the midway of AC, and therefore the light waves from the extreme points A and O, which is distance A by 2, extreme points A and O, and the light rays reaching from A and O to the P having path difference of lambda by 2, that is OK, is equal to half BC. BC चा हाफ आहे आणि ठिकाणी हे डिस्टन्स ठिकाणी लॅम्बडा बाय 2. means the light rays which are at a distance between A by 2, all the light waves which having the distance of A by 2 at the same distance A by 2 and reaching the point P will be at the point P and having destructive interference, that is path difference of lambda by 2 and reaching to the point P, and hence the point P is of the dark point, dark fringe known as the first minima. Means there are the light rays which are present in upper half which has the corresponding light rays in the lower half which are at the same distance A by 2 reaches the point P which are in out of phase, that is path difference of lambda by 2 and the interfere destructively forming a dark fringe known as first minima. If we extend this to another points on the screen, we get the lambda by 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 4 lambda up to n lambda and so on, and hence the condition for the dark fringes on the screen is A sin theta, path difference A sin theta is equal to plus minus n lambda. This is the condition for dark points, that is minima on the screen, and as the maxima, that is bright fringes, lies in between two minimas, therefore the condition for bright fringes on the screen are A sin theta, that is path difference A sin theta is equal to plus minus n plus half into lambda. These are the condition for bright fringes and dark fringes, that is minimas and maximas on the screen. This is the Fraunhofer's diffraction due to a single slit. Now we have to see the width of central maxima. As we discussed in Fraunhofer diffraction, the two equations, that is conditions for nth dark point is A sin theta is equal to plus minus n lambda, n is equal to plus minus 1 plus minus 2 and so on, and for nth bright fringe the condition is a sin theta is equal to plus minus n plus half into lambda by 2. As the distance capital D is very large as compared to the small a, that is capital D is greater than a, and therefore the angle theta is very small, and therefore from figure we can write sin theta is equal to y upon d, or sin theta will be written as only theta, therefore theta is equal to y upon d, as d is greater than a and theta is negligible, very small. Now let us suppose that y n d and y n b are the distances of nth dark point and bright point on the screen from the central bright fringe. Then for nth dark point the condition is theta n d. From this equation theta n d is equal to y n d upon capital D is equal to n lambda upon a, that is y n d is equal to n lambda upon a, or we can write y n d is equal to n lambda capital D upon a, n lambda capital D upon a, where n lambda capital D upon a is the fringe width as we see in the theory of interference bands. In interference bands, x, capital X is the distance between two consecutive bright bands or consecutive dark bands. Similarly, here lambda capital D upon small a is the width, that is fringe width n into w for bright fringes, nth bright fringes. And similarly nth dark fringes, sorry, this is nth dark fringe. For nth bright fringe we can write ynb upon capital D from this equation, and the condition is n plus half lambda upon a, n plus half lambda upon a. Therefore we get ynb is equal to n plus half lambda capital D upon small d. Here again lambda capital D upon small d is the fringe width, that is w, n plus half into w for nth bright fringes. These are the distances of nth dark fringe and nth bright fringe from the center. Now as the central bright fringe will be in between dark fringes on either side, this is the first dark fringe on one side and this is the first dark fringe on the other side, and bright fringe is the central maxima is in between these two. Therefore the width of the central maxima will be equal to 2 times this fringe width, 2 times this fringe width. Therefore the central maxima, width of central maxima, capital W is equal to 2 times W is equal to 2 lambda capital D upon A, 2 lambda capital D upon A, where A is the slit width, capital D is the distance between slit and screen, and lambda is the wavelength of the wave, and this is the width of the central maxima, as the central maxima lies in between the first minima on either side, and we get the expression as 2 lambda capital D upon A. Thank you.